Alright, let's see what we got here. The Nun. This hand is a little slow, but I am first. And this is essentially a 4-power hand if I'm willing to take things slow. And having a Blister Sting Wasp on turn probably 3 is pretty good. So, unless my opponent has an ultra aggressive deck, this might be okay. And if I draw a Sigil next turn, then that'll be fantastic, because then I can play the Wasp on turn 2, and then turn 3 and 4 I can play the Find a Way. Nope, not so lucky. Good thing though is my opponent looking like he has a very controlling deck as well, so we can go into the late game like this. Okay, my opponent's gonna give me a lot of time to do whatever. Yep. Great. Let's start with this. And this. Perfect. Now we're at 5 power. We can play almost every card in our hand. My opponent still hasn't done anything. We're feeling pretty good. Oh, it's... Oh, hey, it's a interesting Chalice. Let's put a high damage threat onto the table. This demands an immediate answer, or he's taking a lot of damage. And these colors don't have silence, except for maybe Archive Curator. Oh wow, my opponent's doing nothing. This is really good for me. And this color combination also doesn't have Harsh Rule, so how he's going to get rid of all these units? I am curious. Nothing can block this, so I can just face roll these. Oh, nah, that's fine. He's still 1 turn away from killing them. Yeah, just smash. He'll block 1, take 6. He's gonna Lightning Storm next turn most likely, but he's at 7 already. I guess the question is, what do I do this turn? If he is gonna spend next turn playing Lightning Storm, I think I want to put another threat onto the table. So what I would do is I would play the non-depleted power source, so I can play this, and also use one of the Findaways. And this is just the most effective way of using my mana. What I could have done is also play the Blister Sting Wasp, but I don't. Oh, he's looking for the Lightning Storm. Okay. Wait, is he not dead? Lightning Storm or bust, right? Okay. Okay, my opponent just did nothing all game. Yeah, this color combination with Chalice seems a little weird. Without Harsh Rule and without Desert Marshals, with all the silences, Chalice not quite as good. I'm not sure what these colors offer him that the other version doesn't. I'm guessing if you play Shadow, maybe you're playing around with a new that 1/5 Vampire Bat that makes more Vampire Bats, maybe? But anyway, let's play another game. Not great. We do have a turn 2 interaction and then a turn 5 card that will help us stabilize. It's probably good enough, and it's 4 power. Depending on what my opponent has, this hand's probably not terrible. I don't remember if there's anything in my deck that requires 2 times, so I think 1 time is good enough. Oh, there's another power. Definitely gonna save Vera's Favor. There'll be some kind of 1 toughness unit to hit with this, right? Okay. Opponent's not doing anything, so we're in good shape. And most likely, we're going to be able to play the Divining Rod onto the Lumen Defender on turn 6, because people typically don't waste time killing the Lumen Defender. Yeah, let's just grab another land. We don't have to worry about this for 5 more turns, or, well, probably a lot more than 5 turns, because it'll take him longer than that to get to 8 power. We don't really care too much about the Seraph. Oh, interesting deck. He has, oh, interesting. Okay. So this will block both of those units. and entice him not to attack. He may want to play a Desert Marshal to silence this and attack with both units, which case would be very unfortunate because we really want to keep the deadly for the Divining Rod. Some kind of Empower-based deck that uses a lot of sigils, perhaps. Alright. My opponent is deep in the tank, so he has a lot of options. He's probably debating whether or not it was worth playing the Desert Marshal. I think it's worth it. What? That is not worth it. So he's gonna trade this plus a Finest Hour for this? You know what? I'm just not gonna block it. He can have his extra power. I think it's not worth the risk of losing this to a Finest Hour. It's a really bad play, I think, if my opponent wants to Finest Hour this and trade with my 1/5. But the risk is too big, and we don't want to take it. That is the most god-awful Divining Rod ever. The next one, I think I'll play the Divining Rod onto the 1/1 instead. Having a 4/4 flyer is pretty good. And I don't need this to be any bigger than a 4/8, I don't think. Because if I attack him now, he has to block with all 3 to kill it, and you just wouldn't make that block. Oh, interesting. This reminds me of a deck that... okay. Sure. This reminds me of a deck that I believe Pojo posted about. I forgot the name of the deck. It's like Justice League, perhaps? Oh, by the way, for those of you who are newish to the game and don't know who Loco Pojo is, I highly, highly, highly recommend YouTubing for his channel. He has a lot of really, really awesome brews. I guess I just do this and hope for the best. Alright. No, this is so bad. Oh dear lord. Oh, this is so bad. Alright. My opponent has a whole bunch of sigils in his hand though, so they're not real cards, and he has no way to benefit from them so far. He's probably waiting for a really big Great Parliament. But the fact that we play 2 Divining Rods and just completely blanked on everything is really sad. Not to mention the units that I have, the Scorpion Wasp and Lumen Defender, are not shadow cards, so even if I get Vera, I have nothing to bring back. Alright, he's continuing to trade his 3/3s for power, which is just more than fine. I do need to find a way to kill the Seraph now because he has 8 next turn, and that's going to be really problematic. I need to find a way to kill it, and I did. Alright. Nope, he has a silence effect of some kind. Oh, the silence effect don't matter. This is a giant unit. There's nothing instant speed. Oh, he just conceded. Huh. Why would he concede? Does he have like 7 power in his hand? I haven't kept track of it, but he's been playing power every turn, and he's drawing... I don't know, maybe he just has all power. But I feel like that's a bit of a premature concession. He has a lot of life total. Any card he draws does not power he can play. But yeah, I love this deck. This deck is super fun to play. I am really excited to record more games with this deck.